approximately 1.5 million cats and dogs are euthanized every year in shelters. According to the ASPCA, that's 670,000 dogs and 860,000 cats every year. In the next few minutes, I will explain why adopting is so important. First, I will explain what puppy mills and kitten mills are. After that, I will discuss what it means to adopt from a shelter or rescue group. After that, I will share some of my personal experiences that I've had with rescue dogs. And finally, I will suggest other ways that you can help these animals in need. According to the Puppy Mill Project, pet stores are the #1 sales outlet for puppy and kitten mills. The female dogs and cats at these mills are being bred every heat cycle, and once they can no longer reproduce, the mills have them put down. An article from Kristen Lacoste, she states kitten mills, their #1 goal is to sell the kittens before they start showing signs of any illnesses. And that's just going to show that these mills care primarily about the profit and not about the animal's needs or their health. We can help stop these puppy mills from producing more and more cats and dogs by rescuing and adopting from shelters. Shelters and rescue groups care primarily about the animal's needs. That's why they're there. These animals are well trained and they're also socialized with others of the same species. And they also are around people every day that work with them. An article from Sally Jones, she states that you'll be able to know your animal's personality. So when she says that, if you go to a shelter website and you're looking at a particular dog or cat, most of the time in the description it will say if that dog or that cat gets along with other animals or if they are good with children. And they also let you know what their activity levels are and how energetic they can be. Next, I would like to talk about my personal experience with rescue dogs. Unfortunately, I don't have much experience with cats because I'm allergic, and I really wish that I wasn't. I would adopt so many cats if I could. But first, I would like to talk about Izzy. This is Izzy. This is mine and my husband's first adopted dog. She is a Yorkie Beagle mix. We got Izzy from a neighbor. The neighbor was getting ready to send Izzy to the shelter because she couldn't take care of her. So she was only 8 weeks old when we got her, and she's just been our big wild child ever since. She's going to be 5 this year. And then next is Franklin. My husband and I actually rescued him from the Houston shelter in Texas. He had a family that rescued him before from the shelter, but they said that he chewed on everything and he had a bad temper. But I don't think I can believe that because he's our big baby. He's a scaredy cat. He's never chewed on anything. He's a big sweetheart. And then finally, I wanted to talk about our dog Rufus. He's no longer with us, but my husband and his parents actually had a Dalmatian rescue group in North Carolina for a few years, and that's where they had Rufus at first. He was adopted out when he was 4 months old, but the owner decided she didn't want him because she found out he had a heart condition, and the doctor told her that Rufus wouldn't live past 6 months. So she gave Rufus back to my husband and his parents, and my father-in-law actually took Rufus to have heart surgery. And so after the heart surgery, my father-in-law and Rufus just had a bond. So Rufus was with the family until his last days, and he actually was 15 years old when he passed away. So he had a long, happy, and healthy life, and he had one of the best personalities. He always was friendly with other animals, and any human he was around. So as you can see, the dogs that I've had experiences with from rescues and shelters, they've all been very different, but they're so happy to have a home. And that's what I would like to discuss with you next, is just other ways you can help these animals if you aren't able to adopt. Other ways you can help: first, you can volunteer at shelters and just help clean the cages or walk the dogs. And then also you can donate. A lot of the shelters on their websites, you can donate on there. And they also have what they call a constant companion. That means that you donate every month to a certain animal, and that helps with vaccine costs and food costs, just different things that the animal will need. And finally, a big one is fostering. That means that you would bring the animal into your home and treat it like your own pet, and just take care of it until the shelter is able to find its forever home. And in that time, maybe you decide that you would like to adopt that animal, and you can do that as well. And given the unique situation that we're all in right now, a lot of us are spending more time at home during the COVID-19. So if you or your family has been thinking about adopting or fostering an animal, this might be the perfect opportunity to just go and foster an animal, bring them into your home, and maybe you'd end up adopting that animal as well. So that's always an option. In the last few minutes, I have discussed what puppy mills are. I've explained why it's important to adopt from a shelter or rescue group. I also told you my personal experiences with rescue dogs, and finally I suggested other ways you can help these animals. So if you're looking to adopt or foster an animal, I hope you're willing to help these animals in need today.